Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the #1 sports betting podcast in the Southern Hemisphere. This is Betsndat.
In today's starting lineup, the backbone of our spine, we've got our fullback, the Oracle Zeke. His game is said to be a cross between Carmichael Hunt and Tiana Benitani.
Oh, yeah.
Over to our standoff Chazza, who dabbled in rugby union for a few years. A few trophies here and there, but whose true calling has always been as a ball-running 5'8" in the league field. His game is part Mal Meninga, part Wally Lewis, Chazza the King. Starting at halfback, we've got at LaSalle and Samoa College's finest, the immortal Nate, whose game is reminiscent of Andrew Johns and Darren Lockyer, with a touch of George Carmont.
Yeah.
Are we talking off the field?
And finally, to round out our spine, called up from reserve grade, your humble hooker who's earned caps on K Road and Hunter's Corner, Chimes.
Hey!
Salima Havili.
Welcome to the show, boys. How's everyone feeling?
Bit good. I can't hear my headset.
Everyone, it's just low.
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
Bruh.
Oh,
Bruh.
man. You've been here for a year now.
That's a
Speaking of
meme, bro.
monkeys,
Try those.
Thank you, my Asian butler.
It's like coming into America, eh? Penis cleaner! Anyway, how are we feeling for the show today, boys?
yeah, feeling
Excited.
up there.
Yeah, no, man.
Well, tonight's actual Origin night, so when you're watching this, it'll be a Thursday. So, God willing, we'll come out victorious. I'm speaking on behalf of people that wear shirts like this.
Yeah, up the Maroons.
Say thank you.
Thanks, Zeke. Thanks, Joyce.
We're going to start, as we always do, with a bit of gratitude. Chimes, if you'd like to kick us off.
Love to, bro. I'm grateful that my brother Dice is able to get back into the workforce with no restrictions. And yeah, just happy that he's able to do things without any more worrying about certain things happening. So yeah, love you, doggle.
Oh, I know where he's coming from. Yay!
What the best, brother.
Yeah, my grateful for this week is just shout out to all the old fellas that continue to play when they shouldn't be playing. So shout out to Mike Lepo, Fatinga, Ace, Vasa, Onosai, the coach, who ends up playing. But yeah, shout out just for continuing to play for this game, even though we're struggling. So
Is that for Pep, bro?
for Pep, yeah, Pep Rugby.
I feel like there's a legendary names from nightclubs like Up Your Way, Papatoy Club Rooms.
It's well respected, I think.
Yeah.
My grateful is one of my many idols, not idols, but guys I looked up to in footy growing up, Braithen Lester. Gave us a little follow and
Braith.
and some words of encouragement. So yeah, grateful.
The man. I'm grateful for the supporters and the fans of the podcast who, you want them to be honest, and they always are, in saying things like, Kitao Charlie, thanks for the ASMR. We've had a chat to Charlie about his breathing on the mic. Don't worry. It's like, if you do like it, just let us know when and where you want him to breathe, and we'll make it happen for you guys. What are we wearing today, guys?
This week, Game 3 Origin tonight, so I'm repping the mighty Queensland Maroons. Just, yeah, hopefully we can sneak a win.
Ship sacks.
Yeah, I'm rocking a Hakula Rugby League team, so I think that it's the Tongan Rugby League community, but they just called Hakula, I think, for they can't be called MMT. So, yeah, shout out to Coach Parnell and Coach Paul for hooking us up. So, yeah.
This was given to me from my ancestors. Japanese football international men's team. Got this over in Japan last year.
Damn, Dagestani and Japanese and Spanish.
They're Brazilian.
Yeah, same as Chazza.
Yeah.
Well, he said. No, actually, Chazza came with the jacket and the jersey. I got an NFL jersey that I grabbed off someone online, and they said, it's a 3XL, brother. Bro, I can't fit anything in it. My head can't even go through it. But we'll sort out something. But yeah, shout out to
Hakula.
Yeah, shout out to Hakula.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, can I give a shout out?
Yeah.
One of our listeners, weekly listeners, he sent through a long message and saying that him and his group chat, his boys, they have something similar to this, where they just put their bits in, and he said, my younger cousin, he's the Zeke of the group. He's always winning.
Wow.
And it's his 21st birthday, so happy birthday to Hemi. Thanks for listening, and yeah, keep it up.
Happy birthday. Anyway, this is a sports betting show, and we're going to recap from our bets last week, starting off with something we call Bring a Leg. It's a multi where we all contribute a leg. So if one person lets us down, it's out the door. So
It was a disaster class.
yeah, how'd you go, Chum?
Speaking of letting people down, my leg was an AFL. I had the Adelaide Crows to win and cover minus 25.5 against Melbourne.
Who told you? Who told you to do that?
They won 90 to 7-7, so they didn't cover the line.
How close were you?
What's that? So they won by 13 points, but needed to win by 26.
Who told you?
This reminds you of the meme. I'll post it later when they asked DJ Paulie D from Jersey Shore about what he thinks about inflation. Oh, serious, man.
That's good. I scared Charlie because they looked like they were gonna fight.
My multi was Roosters to win 13 plus and James Tedesco to score. Only half of it come through. Obviously with Tedesco scoring in the 80th minute, but Roosters lost. So yeah, tough game.
Do you reckon that's your most said word?
Which one?
Tedesco?
Oh man, he earns it. Week in, week out, he's performing. So
Fair enough.
My leg last week was Tiana Penatani to score $2.45 against Parramatta in the NRLW, and didn't really look close, to be honest. So bad bet for me.
I went with my Bring a Leg Raiders to score over 29.5 points. They scored 28. Jamal Fogarty ended up missing his last conversion. Damn.
Oh, I thought you hit.
Nah. I was waiting for one of your texts again. Congrats, Ninward!
Oh, bro. More cap.
Laugh or lock. This is the main event for our picks. It's where we each choose one that we think is probably most likely to hit. Chimes, how'd you go?
So just before the locks, we all went 0 for 4 in multis, and that's the first time it's happened.
Oh, no way.
So yeah, like we brought back the combined multis, so we better do better this week, boys. But yeah,
Man, that hurt when you said it.
but yeah, more disappointment. My lock was also an AFL. I had Gold Coast to beat Essendon between 1 to 39. They was paying $2.10, so they missed by 2 points because they won by 41.
Stay in your lane.
my lock for last week were the Roosters and Tigers. I had the overs paying $1.90, and they got it in the last 4 minutes. So it was funny because it was like 20 minutes to go, and I was like, oh, they'll get it, and then they didn't score till the last 4, and it was just, I didn't want to start the week off on a bad. So on a disappointment, but yeah, the boys got through and got the job done.
Can we just talk about this? Because we got a group chat, right? And when Charlie's lock hit, I congratulated him. And Zeke's like, stop lying. Fake flame emoji.
Because you thought you were going to be the only one, eh?
Hey, man. Hey. Zeke, how'd you
go? My betting week for the show was over before it started. In the same game as my leg, the Cronulla Sharks minus 6.5. And they lost to Parramatta. So yeah.
Damn.
Never trust women.
Sorry, Shador. Shout out to Shador, who's running the ship back there. My lock for last week, I went All Blacks versus France. I took the total points over at 54.5. Ended up being 58 points, but they didn't come about the way that I thought they would because the game was quite close. But yeah, very close there in the end. So lucky to get that lock. Moving on to the biggest sports stories of the week. We want to kick things off with that All Blacks game, with their close win against the French B team. Chazza, what do you think of that one?
Yeah, I think it was a bit messy. I think the ABs, it's always tough for the first game because it's the first time you come together. You've had a week and a bit together to try and come and play a game plan and then showcase on Saturday. So a little bit scrappy. I like what they're trying to do with all these these little short passes because I think with most teams that play against the All Blacks, they all blitz because they're just so scared of our skill set and how fast we move the ball. But these little passes, you can see them slowly trying to break through. It wasn't as crisp as you want it to be, and I think after having another week together, it'll be a lot better. But credit to the French. Man, they just defended, and That defence coach that's been with the French team, he's a Welsh and he's been there for the last 6 years. And man, it doesn't matter who's there. They're just dogs, man. They just tackle and tackle, and I think that's part of their game plan. They don't want to attack. They just wanted to kick the ball back and put the ABs under pressure. So,
were there any standouts for you, Chimes?
No, I didn't watch the game.
Oh.
No, mate, I'm not gonna.
Like, I know you love your rugby.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch the game.
Oh, man.
Sorry, man.
What about for you?
No, I'm not going to pronounce his name, bro. But the number 7, he plays for Claremont, and I've played many games against him.
Open side?
Open side flanker. He probably made 30 tackles and he missed maybe 1, and he was the man of the match. I think for me it was, and I think a lot of people thought that the man of the match should have went to a Frenchie.
Yeah. Moving on to Ma'anonu, who's 43 years old. He's extended his contract with Toulon. Is he the greatest 12 ever?
Yep.
He's the last surviving player from the 2003 Rugby World Cup.
Yeah.
How is he doing it?
Oh, bro, he's been doing that for like when was that playing? Like 2015, 16. He was doing like recovery, like it's his religion, you know. Like every morning, up early, stretching. Had his essence thing going in his room, like when I was room with him. I'm like, what? But yeah, bro, he like his consistency, his discipline to doing that part of his game, bro, it's never changed. Like, and for him to play this long, I'm not surprised.
Which is weird because, you know, like all those years ago when he went from Super Rugby team to Super Rugby team, all you would read about in the media is about how he's a bad teammate, or, you know, he doesn't fall in line and he's doing his own thing. Yet here he is at the age of 43.
Yeah, I think that was like when he was at the Hurricanes, that was like him and the head coach. I think the head coach just come in and he had a certain way he wanted to play the game, and Ma'anonu wasn't in that picture. So they all left. I think him, Piri, and maybe a couple of other guys left. And yeah, and then obviously he went to Highlanders, but he come back to the Blues. It's just, I don't think he liked the cold, so he come back up north.
Yeah. Moving on to rugby league. The Mighty Warriors have now selected Tanah Boyd as their starting halfback. Chimes.
Yeah, no, excited. I mean, he's had, how many games for Gold Coast? He had maybe 40 or something like that?
Something around there.
Yeah, 40, 50 games. So, yeah, I thought he might have had a chance early in the season. And it's perfect time to show if he can really, get the ship back on track, because we've had some, losses in a row, and hopefully he can direct us to some stability.
Would you start him over to Mighty Martin?
Yep. Yeah, we need a white halfback.
But I think he's got the stronger kicking game of our 3 remaining halves, and the other guys are maybe stronger ball runners and a bit more physical. So, yeah, we need, with no Metcalf, we need someone who could, get some length on kicks and direct us around. So that's his game.
What's his best qualities? Is he a speed guy? Or?
He is fast.
He's pretty quick, little nippy guy. I think even coming through the grades, he was pretty good. Coming through schoolboys, he played like Aussie and stuff. So Kira Park. But yeah. And
I think that, their reserves game, they've won 12 games in a row, and he's been, at the forefront of that. So, yeah, it's his time to shine.
We also had the first round of NRLW, Zeke. What were your thoughts overall of the brand of footy that was being played?
This is like investing in Bitcoin in 2011. I told you all. This is the game, bro. This is the game. We love women.
We do.
No, it was good. I think out of 6 games, 4 of the betting underdogs won. So depends what side you're on. It was pretty good for betting, and pretty fun, man. Like the referee mostly stays out of the game, unlike NRL. So yeah, fun spectacle to watch. I think the Warriors got hammered though.
Yeah.
I thought they would compete more, but yeah, just you can tell they're just a new team, so maybe they'll build. But
was there anybody that stood out from the first round that you go in the race for best player at the end of the season?
I'm hearing a lot of talks about I missed most of that Bulldogs game, and apparently there's a lot of players that come through the Bulldogs. They're new as well, but I think the Indy Bostock from the Dragons, she's on debut. She's pretty good. Tegan Berry as usual. Can't think of any right now, but
shout out to Moana that plays for the Bulldogs as well. Great player.
Is that Courtenay?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah, she's one of the players that everyone's talking about. Yeah. But I can't think of anything right now.
Is Warriors still your team?
I never said that.
Bring that back in.
I said we would be open to supporting them.
When you guys are watching the State of Origin Game 3 would have been finished, what are your hopes, or what do you think's going to happen in that game?
I think New South Wales on paper just it's their game to lose. I think Cleary would have done his homework on Hammer. I think Hammer's positional awareness as a fullback is terrible, and I think he's going to get found out there. I mean, people just look at his open space, him in open space, and he's amazing there, but I think the kicking is going to be the difference. But you can never rule them out, you know. I think like people are giving Queensland the chance just because, you know, they're the underdogs and this is happening with Cam Munster and things like that. But if what I've seen and what like New South Wales has, I think they win pretty comfortably.
So, you know, obviously New South Wales, they haven't made any changes. Queensland have, like they've added Josh Pali'i, they've got Hammer at the back. Is that not an improvement on the side that played in game 2?
Nah, I don't think so.
No?
Nah. I like Pali'i, yeah. I don't think Hammer at fullback is better than what Ponga offers, even though it's been probably his worst. I think it's still better than what Hammer can offer, in my opinion. That's probably a hot take, but yeah.
Damn.
And I don't like Holmes going to the wing. Like, he played his best game at centre, and now he's gone back to where he looked his worst. Yeah.
We'll get some quick predictions so when people watch this back, they can have a laugh.
Yeah, probably.
What do you reckon, Chimes?
Queensland 2018.
Yeah.
Are we giving scores?
Yeah, give scores, mate.
Oh, I think New South Wales 32, Queensland 18.
Oh, wow.
I'll go New South Wales 28, Queensland 14.
I will go Queensland 20, New South Wales 18.
I hope I'm wrong. I support Queensland. But
Support the money. We're going to recap real quick. Last week was a short week in the NRL. Broncos beating the Bulldogs. Wow, did you guys watch the game? Oh, man. What an epic battle.
How did you guys win there, man? Like, to come
What do you
back.
mean, how?
Like, that's like, respect, man.
with black magic.
Because, you know, when you guys early in the season, like, the Broncos were one of the worst second half teams. You know, you guys couldn't overcome a deficit. It's like you guys have turned that narrative around just by, obviously, your performances.
The first time they overcome a deficit was the Shark team. That was the first time. And then from then on, those halftime leads from other teams don't scare them.
And you're doing it without some of your key guys too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's 2-0 now against the Bulldogs. They were the front runners at the start of, for most of the season.
Yeah.
That's 3 top 4 teams in a row. The Sharks were top 4 when they played. And then they had the Warriors who were like top 4. And then
are you saying that the Broncos they're the litmus test for if you're top 4 legit or not?
not a litmus test.
The fraud check.
That would be a better term. Yeah. But any standouts from that game?
Willison,
bro.
our boy.
He's good, bro.
He's the man. I don't know what you said to him to make him go like straight up. I liked one of his posts. Oh no, I replied with a flame emoji. He was like, "Oh, thank you." Also, I was like, "Man, what does Zeke say to this guy?"
I said, the Cook Islands are going there.
Dragons, Raiders. This was on the Saturday. Raiders just pipping the Dragons 28 points to 24.
Yeah, you and I both said how like the Dragons could cover, and they could have even won that game. So one of their better performances.
Just down to poor discipline, some weak defense, and then just not having a Kyle Weeks in their team. He just was over 300 meters.
Yeah,
you know when he played at Manly, I didn't know he had that in him.
Nah, neither. I knew he was quick, but not like that.
Yeah,
the Raiders obviously they're still top 4, but they've been sort of winning those close games and maybe more lucky than like a good performance, similar to how the Warriors are winning some close ones in the early parts of the season.
Don't compare my team to but they've been doing it, they've been doing it. They've been getting out quite sneakily lately,
Do they feel like they're running out of steam? Because a lot of these games are real close.
I mean, they got the bye this week. This is their second bye, so they did all that with only one bye in the year, where they were the only team for 14 rounds without a bye. So maybe this is a good reset for them.
Nice. The game following that was in Townsville, the Cowboys losing to the Storm 20-26.
Oh, this was a hard watch, There were so many like late pullouts and Origin affected.
I really feel for Drinkwater,
He's good,
Yeah,
he's a good player, but I don't know. I don't know what is with the Cowboys. I think they might be landing Tino, apparently.
Aye.
Well, since the new owners took over the Titans. Yeah, because he must have a clause in his contract.
Well, Tomalolo's coming to the end of his $1 million.
Yeah, that would be a perfect. They need a big middle.
Any thoughts on the Storm?
I think they always do this. They pip teams at the end and they come right. Yeah, I'll never count them out.
Is Big Nelson, is he? I'm not trying to offend the guy, but is he more liability or?
What do you mean, like
Because man,
discipline?
discipline wise.
I don't know. I think he just plays too rough.
He does some things that no other player can do, but then he'll.
I think his size is like kind of plays against him sometimes.
Yeah. Some people calling this one the game of the round: the West Tigers versus the Roosters. The Tigers coming out on top, 30 points to 28.
Poor Chazza's Roosters just showed the comeback.
Man, I think I like not taking anything from the Tigers, but I think the Roosters were just bad. That was their game to win, man. Home on a Sunday arvo, almost a full strength squad, but Tigers just seemed like they wanted it more.
Yeah,
were they almost full strength? I just hear the commentary saying that they've got heaps of outs.
Like besides like Crichton, Toya. Oh, okay, not from their full strength, but you know their players that the fill-in players are just like good rotation. They all got good first grade experience now.
Yeah. You know the Fainu brothers? That was the first time 3 brothers have scored tries in the same NRL game.
All back to back too. Yeah. Latu's a good player, man. You see similarities to Zaya Katoa too. Plays straight at the line.
Tongue and spine, man.
You know, if Sam Walker comes back and plays well, would you prefer him or Dearden at the 7 position for Queensland?
Oh, Dearden.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dearden for the next 5 years, I reckon.
Damn. Last game of the round, Rabbitohs got a hiding from Manly, 30 points to 12. Rabbitohs are done, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Second bottom.
They're cooked, man.
They just keep getting pumped every weekend.
I think before that game, they were $13 to get the wooden spoon. I don't know what it'll be now, but that would have been a good bet.
Jack White and there, it's like a bad bet signing that contract.
He went to Souths to have a chance at winning a title. No, Raiders are first. Oh, man.
And just to wrap up the NRL chat, we're going to talk best and worst performances. Best team, Chimes.
Broncos.
Yeah.
I think, quality, still a quality side, even though the Bulldogs have lost a couple on the trot. But yeah, big comeback on the road. And just how we alluded to earlier, just turning around that, how now they are a second half team, They don't need a big first half to win. They can always come back now.
Beautiful. Chezza?
Best team, I'll go with the Tigers. Obviously, I was betting for the Roosters, but man, just the way they started the game and just withstood the comeback from the Roosters. Yeah, bro, it was good to see. So obviously, yeah, shit for my bet, but yeah.
I went Broncos, but just because there wasn't anyone to compare them to, and I think all teams were pretty bad, but just to come back, by their own standard, just to come back and do it like that.
Yeah, I'll go on Broncos as well. I mean, the Bulldogs have made their top priority their defense, and they've made that their calling card, and then to get shredded in that last 20 minutes. It's beautiful,
at home,
man. Yeah. Worst team?
Rabbitohs. They're just not turning up. They lost 30-12, and they were down 14-0 at halftime. And the Sea Eagles have been all over the place themselves. They haven't been consistent. So I just don't know, what's wrong with the Rabbitohs. And obviously, Bennett's, not able to turn around.
No, he inherited that roster, didn't he?
Yeah. It's
is it just a real disjointed roster with like a bit of young and old, and they don't have the quality they used to?
I don't want to be mean, but it shows how they handled their roster by signing. Is it Lewis Dodd?
Yeah.
Well, I like that guy. He's a good
big
player.
Big money too.
But he's on $600K, and now has barely played first grade, and now they got to weed him out, weed a few others out. So
Cody Walker, I know he signed on, but man, he's at the end of his.
He would have to take a Perth Bears contract, maybe like a 1 year, just to have experience half there.
Yeah. Worst team for you?
Yeah, I went with the Rabbitohs as well. A lot like what Chimes was saying. Just one thing I probably picked up was just body language. Just body language on defence. Yeah, bro, just wasn't there.
I was going to go South Sparko Roosters.
Yeah.
Yeah, should have been there though.
I went Rabbitohs for every reason that's been announced here. Best player overall.
Xavier Williamson. He was big in the middle there, and over 200 meters, 43 tackles. I think that guy's, he's coming out. He's showing that he deserves to be in the 17 every week.
It's lucky though, because Corey Jensen's out for a while with his.
True, yeah.
What has he got? It's like a clot. He's got a blood clot.
Blood
in his,
clot, yeah.
Like a leg or something?
Yeah.
Bumper clot.
Chaz, best player for you?
I went with, obviously watching the Tigers game, I went with Latu Final. Like what Zeke was saying before, just how he took it to the line. I think just being able to, like he said in his aftermatch, just having the freedom to see what the opportunities were, and then obviously Benji's giving him that license to attack it, and you could see it how he was playing. Like he wasn't in the picture, and he saw an opportunity, and he would just come in and straighten up and flatten up the line, and that was good to see for a team that's been struggling for the last, what was that, six in a row?
Yeah.
6 in a row to get a big win like that against the Roosters. That was good.
Beautiful.
I got Kai Wicks. He's a cool Māori, His mullet just flies and he doesn't even look like he's trying. But
I've gone with also Ezra Mam. I think when in the dying stages of that Bulldogs game, like no one will hold against the player if they were just like, it's the Bulldogs, they're sitting number one defense, but bro, he just went at it. The louder the boos got, the better he played. So, 3 try assists, running game was on point. Scucks too. That's my best player. Best player on a losing team.
I've gone with Nawahu White, the forward from Roosters. Thought he was big in the middle, and he matched up with May. Like 250 metres, 45 tackles, he only missed one. Just unlucky that his team lost, but he definitely could hold his head high.
He's a Kiwis player, eh?
yeah, awesome.
Yeah. He'll be mean in Origin. Chazza?
Oh, bro, there's no other. James Tedesco. I just think obviously the Tigers started red hot, and then James Tedesco, a big part of trying to make a comeback. I just think, man, that guy can just see opportunities, but sometimes his teammates don't see it the way he sees it.
Support play.
The support play, like you can see him see the hole that they're supposed to run into, but they're not running it, and he's trying to get it to them. But and then obviously, scoring in the 80th minute, trying to get a quick kickoff to keep them in the game. But mine goes to James Tedesco, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll go Tedesco as well. Does it with a bunch of guys that just don't really want to be there. So.
I went with Kyle Flanagan from the Dragons.
What was better game?
With the guy, Jean-Claude.
No, but for real, man, to be that close to beating Canberra and then playing in a team where you're not sure if the guys think you're there because your dad's picked you, but to lead the charge and almost get there. Like, he didn't choose to be halfback. It's just like maybe understands his dad's game plan better, but I thought he played really, really well. So, Kyle Flanagan. We'll go quickfire now. We'll go around the room here. Sharks versus Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins.
It's at Shark Park, by the way. No Cody Nikorima.
Oh.
I'll go Sharks. They need this.
Yeah, I'm going to go Sharks as well. Night Storm. It's in Newcastle. Doesn't matter, but go ahead.
Storm.
That's Storm.
Storm.
Roosters, probably full strength. They'll be taking on the Dragons.
Yeah, I've got Roosters.
Yeah. Roosters,
but I think Dragons can go for it. Yeah.
I'll go Roosters. Cowboys, Bulldogs. This will be in Townsville.
Doggies.
Yeah. Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldogs.
I'll go Bulldogs. At Go Media Stadium, the Warriors return from their bye and take on the Tigers.
Yeah, good Warriors.
The first time without Luke, hey?
Oh, Luke.
Oh, my boy. Lukey.
Take your time, Wolves.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tigers, eh?
Yeah. Oh, this guy, was Luke playing?
Man, sorry,
sure?
Jadot, I'm going to go Tigers as well.
Oh,
I can see it being close, but
Yeah. I don't know. I just think, obviously, after last week, but just Luke's being a big part of their team. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Warriors got a good side, though.
Yeah, we've got a good side, and I think just coming off a bye as well, it's given that extra time to repair. But yeah, the Tigers obviously be confident after beating the Roosters, but...
Zeke, you said Tigers, eh?
Oh, I just saw that Taruva's playing fullback.
What
do we say? White cornerbacks, Indian MMA fighters. and Fijian fullbacks.
So speaking of the Tigers, you see that report where like Benji Marshall was saying like he didn't have a go at Dewey or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know what, do they have a altercation?
Oh, they were.
He jumped in the opposing team.
Yeah.
And he must have
okay.
like put one on Benji. Oh, I don't know.
Are you changing them? So can lock it in?
Nah, we'll lock it in.
So you going Warriors?
No, Tigers.
Damn, even with Turuva?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Warriors. Eels, Panthers at Combank.
Panthers.
Panthers. Final game of the round. Big day for Feeders back on the bench for the Titans. Jaden is back in the halves for the Titans. Broncos, they've got Ben Hunt. They've got their first choice spine back. So they've got Walsh at the back, Hunt at hooker, Mam and Reynolds in the halves.
Wow. Yeah. Broncos.
Tough.
Broncos. This is probably the best team they've fielded in ages.
I'll go Broncos as well. Now, let's do some betting, boys. We're going to start things off with Bring a Leg. Bring a Leg is where we're all going to contribute a bet, and it's going to form our multi this week. And Chimes, you have the honours of giving our first leg. Please don't make it AFL.
I've gone with MMA and UFC. I've gone with Nate Landwehr to win versus Morgan Charrera. It's paying $3.10.
Ooh,
Can we do a secret one without this guy?
that's a nice juicy price there, $3.10. Cheza, how are we looking?
I've gone with Josiah Karapani
Not the colour parties.
to score 2 tries or more. Paying, sorry, I just lost my notes here. Paying $3.15. So
We're doing big odds.
No.
Whatever.
Oh,
Is it over $1.90 or $1.80?
okay.
depends on what you think big is. And I don't know.
Oh, sorry about it. Big is good.
I'll go Tigers plus 7.5. So they just need to not lose by more than 8 or more. Yeah.
What's that paying?
$1.90.
Nice. I've gone with a try scorer. I've gone with Jacob Preston from the Bulldogs against the Cowboys at $2.50. I feel like the Bulldogs are going to come back with a vengeance. Probably send them over that weak defense of the Cowboys. Now on to Lock or Laugh. Lock or Laugh is we're going to provide our best bet, each of our best bets. And once someone announces their bet, anyone from the table can laugh at it if they want, if they disagree with it. That's how it works. Lock or Laugh. Chimes, what do you got?
My lock this week is from NRL Women's, and I've got the Sharks minus 4.5 against the Raiders. They were favourites last week as well against the Eels, who they lost to. But I think this week they're going to put a better performance, just make up for that slow start they had against the Eels, and they'll cover the line against the Raiders.
Yeah, that sounds good, man.
No, I think it's $1.90. Yep.
Cheza?
I'm going back to New Zealand, France. I've got the French team to cover the line, which is 16.5 points, paying $1.90.
You don't think the All Blacks going to blow them out?
Oh, I think in Wellington it's tough. Man, in Wellington, you play in that stadium and the rain goes like that, and then it goes in and around. You just sit there and you can see the rain going like this.
So it's raining this weekend? Yeah,
oh man, in Wellington it's always raining. Isn't it? I don't know. But I think 16.5. Yeah, that's a lot of points. So
Yeah.
I think they'll cover the line.
Zeke?
My lock is Jake Matthews, $2.20 versus Chidi and Njokuani in the UFC this Sunday. I think he should be the favourite. He'll be at a reach and a height disadvantage, but I think his wrestling, he can mix it up well and avoid getting hit hard by Chidi. Yeah. Chidi bang bang.
My lock this week, I've got the Panthers minus 10.5 against the Eels. I think all their Origin players are on the extended bench, but I think they're going to play because they need to cement their spot in the top 8 because they had that draw with the Cowboys, which means they're 1 point less. So yeah, I think it's going to be a blowout against the Eels.
When is Moses back?
Not for a while.
For a while there.
Yeah. Q&A.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, first question. This is for all of us. I know already know what Time's going to say. Would you rather see Penrith win a 5th straight title or the Warriors win their first? We'll start with Nate.
Fuck. Give Penrith a 5th. No. They've won 4 already, right? Give them 5. It's no different. But the Warriors, I feel like you got to earn it. You know? You got to earn it. and it's got to be like a real massive season for them to win one. Until I see some sort of effort, I don't even want to entertain that.
Give it to the NRLW. What are you, Chomps?
You know what? I'd actually, I want the Warriors to win their first title, but I want to earn it too. You know, and we've been close before. We've made a couple grand finals. So we don't need the cheap free.
This is like that thing. Would you rather dinner with Jay-Z or $500,000?
Jay-Z.
Oh man,
Forgive me, were those scorelines close from the grand final?
Forgive me.
Whoa, sorry on my podcast.
Forgive me. Oh, good, bro.
what do we mean that they have to earn it? Obviously, if you get there and you win it, you've earned it. Like,
Oh no, because
Just hypothetical, so I don't need to play these games, mate. Just win them, mate. No.
yeah, no, give them a championship, mate.
Well, you know what it likes to win, bro. So
Oh, he's saying you know what it's like to be gifted.
no, it's a win. Come on.
Is it because he was with Richie?
Man, as much as I can't stand Warriors fans, I want Penrith to win another one. Yeah. Sorry, Jador. Just give me the evils.
No, but also it'd be cool because I don't think it'll happen again in our lifetime that we were alive when the 5P happened, you know?
Because you always hear about the Parramatta, the Dragons ones in the 70s.
Yeah.
Well, who's got the most? The Dragons. What's that? 5.
No,
5 is the
they don't.
most.
Yeah. Also, every other team that started in 1995 that won a premiership, they got no excuse.
What is that, Cowboys?
Cowboys.
Who was it?
Tigers were 2005, eh?
No, 2005 they won. I think they came in at what?
Before the Warriors.
Oh, no, wait.
No, they're joint venture.
Oh, with Magpies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next question. Charlie, what's the biggest takeaway for you since you've started coaching school kids like first 15? And how much do you guys encourage the kids just to play footy, or is it more just like fully structured now? You can answer the first one if you want. First one.
Yeah, it depends on the grade, eh? Like, depending on how serious it is. Like, I'm always just for the kids, like, up to a certain age, man. You just got to do it because you're playing with your mates, you enjoy it, and just be happy that they're doing something outside, more so for parents. But obviously once you get into high school and you're going into, say, like the first 15, that gets a lot more serious. Those guys they're running like a proper program. Like they gym twice in the morning, they train pretty much 4 days a week before game on Saturday. Like, there's a lot of time being put into that. Obviously in those programs, like, those kids want to be there. Like, it's so much easier to coach those kids because they want to be there, they want to be the best, they see themselves as a professional athlete. So they try to absorb as much information, as much skill set, whatever that you're trying to teach, they want to learn. But if you go to club rugby and stuff like that, it's a lot more different because that becomes a bit more social. So
Get the beers, boys.
Yeah, you get the guys that just want to have a beer on a Saturday, and then you get guys that want to see this as an opportunity to play, and you're trying to come up with a culture or a structure of play that kind of fits all of that, because no one wants to be at a team that just does protein shakes after a game and we're all just thinking about the next game. And some teams are like that, and the kids will go to that, but I wasn't really either that guy. I was always about the beers and having that culture, because that's what I like to play, was to have a beer with your mates after a game. So it just depends. I'm always just have fun, but obviously it gets to a point where someone's got to get serious, and then that's where you get a bit more technical and all that kind of stuff.
So all those parents that coaching under nines, stop thinking you're Wayne Bennett.
Yeah.
Those are the worst, eh?
Yeah.
Just let the kids play, man.
Just let the kids play, man. Like, and the parents that yell, like, man, the kids don't know, like, and
Does that stunt their growth?
I think so. Like, mentally, emotionally, yeah, man. Like, if a parent gets into them, I think that's definitely like holds your kids back. Yeah. Sometimes for some kids it'll push them because that's what works for that kid, but I don't know, sometimes it doesn't. And my old man wasn't, but he would always be at my game. He would give you a little lecture before the game, and there was one saying he would always say to me, and I've always held it to me like forever, was that and you know, for a typical Samoa man, like, you just think, he's another one that just goes and comes in one ear, out the other one. But when I become an All Black and all that, like how important it was, and it was like, you never play the man, you just play the ball. Like, and at the time I was like, oh yeah, whatever. But it's like more so like, someone does you dirty, you just don't make it personal, and you just keep fighting to get the ball, stay in the game plan and the process. That's how I eventually made it out to be. Whereas
that's the worst advice in village rugby, eh?
Yeah, because if you play the man, bro, it's game over, bro. Like, or you're just looking for him when he gets the ball, you might be 4-man out, and you're just trying to shoot in to smash him, and it's like, bro, that's once you lose it upstairs, and then sometimes in the AB's camps you try to target a few guys just to get him angry, get him off his game, try to...
Do you have any names from, like...
Who? Like, for other teams?
Yeah, from other...
Yeah, like, we'll try to go after halfbacks, like, when Guinea was on fire. Not so much in a bad way, but you just try and, like, tackle him late and stay on him, just hold him down, try and make him get, like, off his job.
Any slurs? Nah, Jackson.
The original Spencer let you.
There's no cameras back in.
Next one's for all of us. Who would be your top 3 ball-playing forwards? Rugby or league?
I'll give you a mix for me. I'll go Glenn Stewart 1. I'll go Zinzag Brook 2. Right, I've got to have SBW in there.
Yeah. It's like he wasn't really, but then he was.
Yeah.
Even if he's not the traditional guy that took it at the line and sort of like did that pass bit to the backs, I always got to keep Ali Lautiti in there. Yeah. Just like one of the most like, just the way that he ball played or, his offloads was just crazy to see. Cheating a bit by Freddie Fittler. He did play lock. And ran out with Sonny Bull. He did it in 2 codes.
Or each other.
Yeah, I'll probably the same, Ali and Sonny Bill. I'm just trying to think. It's like that type of game has been like put out of international rugby and all that kind of stuff, because it's all about, because to play that game you got to play high, you got to run high to get those offloads off, and the fences now are so strong that if you get up high, you end up getting driven back. So it's kind of being pushed out of our game. But I think someone that in our era now, I don't know, someone like Wallace Atiti still kind of razzles a little bit in his time when he can in the system. But yeah, like a forward, like a lock.
I had his dad top 5, Semmel. Yeah.
Is that his dad?
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is buzzy to me, because I didn't even know you had a son, because we were still watching Semmel playing later into his career, but all those tests against like England, Wales, Scotland, bro, he was that guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bro, I think he's playing in the Pacific Legends team that we're playing against next week.
Semmel,
bro.
He's the man.
He's just going to do one shoulder barge and then,
Remember when Bulldogs went on that run in 2014? And Cassiano and I think it was Tolman and Greg Eastwood would be playing at the line.
Yes. Bro, Eastwood, he's a good ball player. Yeah, forgot about him. Yeah.
Broncos legend. Mine will probably be the same. Glenn Stewart, Anthony Tupou, Philly Mateo, another
Yeah,
forward.
Mateo.
If he stayed at the Eels, bro, immortal.
But even back in the day, Kieran Foran, when he was coming through, he was like a centre lock.
Bro, the way he'll take on the line A and his prime.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised he played 300 games, man. But yeah, next question. With the Try July going on again, people, they asked all of us, but everyone specifically wanted to know what Nate's one would be.
What?
I reckon it's asked Nate, yeah.
No, we'll do all of us. You got to get up and do it in front of the
Gang, we'll see you guys first.
I have no idea, man. I've never been a celebrate tries.
Bro, you celebrate everything.
Nah, straight up. Like I think just like hug the boys and that, but I wouldn't do like a set dance.
So you don't want money to go to the charity? When you celebrate?
Now, how about you guys?
I'll just do the Fiji mana.
Damn, I'll probably like score the try, put my hands up, and then get the handcuffs put on.
Right, this guy was on the Epstein list.
Did you see? There's no list.
How about you?
I don't know, man.
This guy's definitely one of those ravishing rich good ones. Yeah.
Like what?
You definitely smash the ball down first, and then you would.
Yeah, Nate.
I don't know what I would do. I like the Johnny Manziel. Just give me my mind. But Christian Tuipulotu does that.
What was that soccer player that went to the? No.
Fella from Liverpool. I don't know. I'd probably have like a t-shirt underneath and lift him like Balotelli. What I always mean.
I thought you mean you're gonna tie it up and get.
If there's anyone that's on longest yard, bro, it's you. Joey Coco Diaz. Oh man, that's all the questions that we had for this week.
Good show, boys.
Yeah, nice, boys.
Any big wages this week aside from what we did on the show?
Wages like bets. Like the coming, like
secret
week.
ones there, like
all mine was secret. No, the Twitter followers get them. Yeah, I get it a lot actually.
Man, Twitter's tough, eh?
Do you like the card this week for UFC?
Nah, it's pretty boring the next 2 weeks. But there's a big pay-per-view in Abu Dhabi. Oh no, it's not even a pay-per-view. It's a free one.
Yeah.
But the pay-per-view is pretty big too. After the Max Holloway one, Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah, comes out.
That's probably the biggest fight in the UFC at the moment.
The trick, Charlie, is when they talk UFC, we just say yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone.
Boys.
We'll see you next week.
See you.